Supercross Live on supercrossonline.com. Kevin Barnett catching up with Geico Honda Eli Tomac. And Eli, it's been a while since you guys have been at the races. I mean, you've been out on the 450 a little bit, but are you excited to be back?
Absolutely. I mean, I've actually been off probably 4 weeks now, even since the 450. So, it's been a while, but it's been a good time off for sure. And, we're finally back here on the West Coast racing for that 250 championship. And I think this is the best last 3 rounds there could be for me to try to make up points.
Okay, trailing by 17 points coming into this round, 3 to go. What do you have to do here to chop into that lead?
Really, I need to go out there and just win. I mean, that's the only thing I can do now, just because I have to make up such a big gap, and maybe hope for a little mistake from the 94, but anything can happen, just like happened to me in Oakland.
Last year at this race, we had a little interaction between you and Dean Wilson, some back and forth. Do you anticipate any kind of that interaction with Ken Roxon?
No, I mean, you never want to be in those situations where you get tangled up with a guy that hard and either of you go down. So that's just, it's one of those things that you don't want to do, but, if the situation, if we get to that point, then it gets to that point. But I'm not going to go out there and do anything, blatantly dirty.
You're not going to go out there and throw the first punch?
No, I like to race clean.
Okay, how about that 450 experience? You had an opportunity to get out there and ride. We know you're in contract negotiations, a lot of stuff happening with you right now. How have you focused in on this moment now in the next 3 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, the 450 rounds for me were just more about getting out there and getting experience, getting to the East Coast rounds, because I haven't been there yet. In the Supercross series, I haven't been to East Coast dirt or the stadium, so that was the whole reason for me to be out there. And it went pretty well. I did good at Daytona, got a 4th there, and then it was kind of up and down, but overall it was all good stuff.
How about where you've been practicing? Where have you been doing your outdoor testing? I know you have your track at home, but have you been out doing other things at other tracks and other places?
I've been mixing up a little bit. I've been back at home in Colorado and a little bit in California. So between those 2 places, that's where I do all my testing and riding.
What about next year?
Next year's, I'm 450 full time, so
right.
It's on next year. I'm ready.
There's lots of rumors out there about who you're with. I think there have been at least 3 different confirmations of, yes, it's definite. What is the situation right now? Is it still fluid?
We're still working on the 450 situation. That's all I can say.
Okay, but you're still here riding tonight. We've asked guys about the conditions and kind of the changes in the program today, because it's not a normal program. Track walk normally at 11, now later at 1, and then practices, no free practice. How does that change your approach to a day with a track that you haven't seen, is going to be wet, and you're going to have less time? Yeah,
I mean, when you go out there on a day like this, when you only have 2 practices, you kind of have to, just get the track dialed in really quick, because it's easy to kind of just goof around. Normally in those free practices, you don't have to be totally dialed in and you have extra time, but when you're shortened with practice, you have to go out there and make it happen and, do the rhythm lanes and get clean laps in and get that good qualifying time.
We spend a lot of time watching practice every week, and we see different strategies of when to put in a fast lap. What's your strategy? Early, late, whenever you feel it, whenever there's a clear track in front of you? What do you like to do if you're looking to put down a perfect lap?
Most of the time when I go out there, I let most of the guys go first and kind of take a lap to check out the lines if I do have that time, and then put it in a burner somewhere in the middle. And it's kind of luck of the draw if you get balled up behind a guy or not. So I like to find my lines and then go for it from there.